Hello, 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 hello. How art thou? How art thou? I didn't plan this one, but I wanted to be more consistent with the questions that I'm getting. Some people ask the questions in Messenger. Some people ask the questions in like comments of other posts or other videos. So there's like questions all over the place. There's questions even in my inboxes, questions everywhere. So uh yeah, so I'm trying to answer a question, which is how, if I cannot find the image that I am looking for online on Google, Pinterest, Instagram, whatever, how can I get that? So I think that's why a lot of people, when it comes to graphghans, they do the same thing all the time. And when you do the same things all the time, everyone has the same thing, and then you get bored and you're not wanting to do it anymore. So that's where I come in, because I don't like doing what anyone else do. I like doing my own thing. So if I say I want, which I do, Hello Kitty with Afro puffs, and I can't find it online because it's really not online. If you look it up, there's Afro American Hello Kitties, but there's no Afro puffs. There's pictures of Hello Kitty, but it's like a big afro. I don't want a big afro. I want Afro puffs because I am just like that. I just want what I want when I want it. So how? How do we go about doing that? How do you make an image the way you want it and not the way it is online or the way someone else want it? And so that's how I came about doing what I do. And that's what I'm gonna show, like little tips and secrets of that. But like I said, step by step is only for my members. If my members want to know, my members get it. Um, and also when you crochet it, how to get it to look clean, crisp, and not looking crazy, and for it to look clean, clear, not blurry. That's how we're gonna look at it as well. I don't know if anybody is playing this game Monopoly. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous, man. This is that game is the devil. I'm staying away from it for a little bit. But yeah, so I started doing this Hello Kitty. I'm gonna show you. And it was a plain Hello Kitty. So how I go from one little Hello Kitty to the African American Hello Kitty with the Afro puffs. I just gotta clean it up some. Um, you tell me. You tell me. How did I get that right? How did I make it do what I do? Wait, 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 wait. Why is it saying over? No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Um, yeah. So how did I be able to do it? Listen, you gotta cut and paste, get design this picture, design that picture, and sometimes I have to literally design it like on Illustrator. And I actually had a updated Illustrator. Now I got this bootleg one until I get somebody to help me upload it again. Once I do that, then I can do way more, because the best way to get a graphic the way you want it is to draw it. And I'm not a drawer. I don't know how to draw. I'm not into that. I have a son that could do it, so I could say, "Son, can you draw this?" and he'll do it. But I don't want to always ask him. I want to be able to do it on my own. So that's how I taught myself. I taught myself how to do it on my own. So for instance, what I'm going to also do is maybe one day I will like do a poll, and you guys can choose like something that is like different, mismatch, something that is not all the same. Like for instance, if you wanted the Hello Kitty but dressed like Gracie or something like that, something different. And a lot of times we like different characters, and so maybe we want all those characters or the characteristics in one graph to make it like that special blanket for you or someone else, or a keepsake for a memorial. That is something that I love to do. I love to take different types of characteristics and like make it into one. But it just depends on your imagination and your creativity and ability to be able to do it. And you have to invest the time and everything into it as well. But yeah, so I hope your Sundays is going as good as mine. I hope you're having such a great Sunday. I am uh, honored and amazed to say that my Sunday is actually very peaceful. Very, 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 very peaceful. So right now, I am literally just taking everything that I had cut and paste and put them together. I'm just fixing it up right now. And since I wanted this what the hazy, as you could see when I did that, did y'all see that? When you see the outline and you see like these little dots and stuff, yeah, that's something that I don't like. I don't like that. So it doesn't even show up like this. But mm, okay. So let me see. I'm just gonna clean the eyes up, and I'm gonna do this quick because that's just what I do. I try to do it as quick as possible. And let me see her eyes. So I'm gonna call her. Let's see, what can I call her? I'm going to call her Shakitty. Shakitty. Oh, I'm gonna name her after me. I'm your mama. I'm your mama. Okay, Shakitty. I'm your mama, Shakitty. And I'm gonna do you right, Shakitty. I'm gonna do right by you, Shakitty. Yeah. Why I look like her eyes are lopsided? Oh, let me take this off. Now they look fine. Okay, Shakitty. I'm not gonna do that to you no more, Shakitty. So yeah, that listen, I have to come up with names, and sometimes I don't know how I come up with these names. I just talk to them, I guess. And Shakitty talks back to me. Shakitty be like, don't make me look stupid. Don't make me look blurry. Please, please don't make me look blurry. Please make me look like something that I can see and I know who I am. Please, mama, don't mess me up. Please. And so I have to listen to Shakitty. I have to say, I hear you, daughter. I hear you. I hear you, daughter. Daughter, understand, I will not disgrace you. I will never disgrace you. I will never, ever, ever, ever disgrace you. Do you understand, daughter? Okay. So I'm just playing around with this. There's no right or wrong way to do the whiskers. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm not gonna make Shakitty look bad. Right, Shakitty. We got this, boo. We got this. Let me see. Sometimes I have to let it like go for a little bit so that I can see if I'm doing it the right way. And what I mean by let it go, like pull it, like zoom in or zoom out. It looks like the whiskers could be a little bit smaller than this. Yeah, Shakitty needs a lot of work. This right here is a lot. Let me see. Because if I left it kind of sort of like this, I guarantee you Shakitty would be so blurry, and you'll be like, I did good, y'all. Look at what I did. And everybody gonna be like, oh, where's that pattern? But it looks a hot mess. Because you don't want it to come out looking blurry. You want it to look good. You want it to look like it's a Hello Kitty without a beard, you know? Let me see. So I thought it would be so cool to just keep the ears, because I didn't find too many out there that had the ears, and I thought it would be so cool to keep the ears. So that's what I'm doing now, keeping the ears. And then we're gonna work with the bow. I'm going to do an outline because the outline will bring out the bow more. And that's another thing. I love certain things that stands out. So that's why I play around with the colors. I play around with certain types of I'm going to say certain ways you do it. Because it's many different ways. It's actually not a right or wrong way. I just like how I like. Okay, that's just it. It's just I just like how I do my own graphs. I love the fact that I'm able to do my own graphs and make it look extremely good. So I'm still playing around, seeing how they look. Because I could always change it before I start crocheting it. Now this is a pillow size. This is not huge. This is not big, and this is why it's taking me a little bit longer, because it's not big. If I made this a blanket size, you best to believe I would have been done by now. And yeah, just don't, you purchase your graphs from others, just be careful with that too, because you're saying, so a lot of people purchase their graphs and they be like, oh, this is really nice, like this graph is really nice, and then you buy it and you like, this is going to take me like 5 years because it's really big. And that's the thing you have to be careful with, because it's really easy to do a graph that is like 200 by 200. It's simple, really simple. It's not simple when you make it a little smaller and you play around with it more with the details. Then it takes a little bit more time. So that's basically what you have to look out for. Okay, I finished that part. Let me add. I see some areas that I want to fix, but before I do all of that, I'm going to finish her because Shakitty needs more fixing. When would she be in the shop? I will put her in the shop as soon as I am done. I gotta fix her her other ear. I want to make it pointy. So I also noticed that the afro that I had stolen has these little squirrelies. I don't want the squirrelies because that is going to take me too much time to do. So I don't want the squirrelies. I don't want it. So I also use the tool called the highlighter, and the reason why I use this tool is because it actually helps me see what I can't see. It helps me see what I can't see when I am doing. I think I'm gonna take that out. No, I know what to do. Yeah, see this, you can't really see it when you have all the colors up. So I am going to fix that in like 2.3 seconds. I'm about to fix it. Fix it. And I want this to be like that. Okay. I don't know if I want her hair to be. I don't know if I want it to be all on her face like that because it looks like she's gonna have hair on her face like when babies are first born. I don't think I want that. So I think I'm gonna fix that a little bit. I love the fact that you could fix this however you want. There's never a right or wrong way to do a graphghan. Never, ever, ever, ever. Let me see. Okay, so now okay, now let me just merge these colors. Merge these colors so that I can continue to fix my Shakitty. There we go. There you go, Shakitty. You're starting to look like something. Let me see. I think I need to make her whiskers a little more smaller. Like, shape them up a little bit. Because, girl, Let me see. I'm just playing around with this to see how it looks. Let me see. So, is there anything else out there that you guys would love for me to do that you think that I can accomplish and master? Um, Let me know. Put it in the comments, and I will see if I can accomplish it for you. It might be something that you always wanted, but can't find it. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Right now, I'm just playing with her hair, making it look like an actual afro. Because right now, it looks like she cut something on here. Looked like she was playing with some scissors and cut it. I don't even have to do all of this, but I just figured it would be a little bit more natural if I did it. I don't really have to though. But this is a pillow size, not a blanket. You want the blanket, let me know. But this is a pillow size. Let me see. I am going to give her a part. Because again, I had to do two separate images and put it on one. So I literally stole the Afro puffs from something else. I took the little bow and flipped it to make it two from something else that I did a while ago, and Yeah, I had to like play around with it a little bit. And Hello Kitty was white when I first had it, and I just made it black, African American. I was gonna give her baby ears, but that'll be too much. I was gonna give her some baby ears. Wait, this is too thick, too thick, too thick. I'm just. Yeah, so baby, Lord. Basically, I cut and paste, ad ad lib. Thank you, Sandy. I need to DM you because I'm going to have a baby granddaughter in December. I need to get a graph from you to me. Yes, we spoke about that, and remember, I had did something, but I think you was trying to let me know whether or not it was the name was gonna be Sophia. I remember the name, Sophia. So you gotta let me know if the baby name is really gonna be Sophia. And then we could continue doing the elephant if you want, because I had to do that elephant like from scratch. So you are actually one that I had to do from scratch, which is I had to take an elephant because the one that you wanted, the picture, I couldn't do it with that picture. And then I saw other pictures, but I had to redo it in a way that the flowers look like actual flowers, because when you're doing a baby blanket, the details are lost. And that's why some of your some oh, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad. Some people, when they do their grass and it comes out looking um blurry or not clear, they it's because the detail is lost. When that detail is lost, they don't find it. They just let it be lost. And that's why it comes out looking not clear. And it's not that it's bad. It could be like a minimalist graphghan. But sometimes we don't want minimalist graphghan. Sometimes we want that detail. So in order for you to have that detail, I have to put it on one by one, not all at the same time, but one by one. Just wanted to say I think you are super talented. I don't make graphghans, but I love watching what you do. Aw, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love the baby in the picture. Thank you. You should do graphghans for the baby in the picture. Yo, thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate you. The Like I was saying, the elephant would be super duper duper cute to do. And put Sophia on it. And I can picture it in my head because I always picture things in my head. Like I always see it first, and I would say, she wants a baby elephant. She wants flowers around the top instead of a crown to have flowers. And I can picture it with a sweet, soft looking elephant with eyelashes and the flowers, and then Sophia with like a big squiggly S and then OPHIA, but in cursive. And that will look so beautiful. And it will also look classic, like babyish classic, uh like the old time cartoons, like Lullaby, like oh my god, I can't believe I'm like, this is how I think, this is how I come up with like certain types of ideas on what I do, because it just comes to my mind as I say it. I did not know anything about Gracie. So when I did the video on Friday about Gracie, I had no idea what Gracie is. But now the more I'm looking into it and the more I said, let me watch it, because that's what I do. I'm not going to just grab something. I want to know about it. I want to know everything about Gracie. I want to know what she do, how she do it, if she sings, what she sings, what she say, what is something that she say all the time, so I can add it into the graph, right? Like, we want it to be, if this is your character and your child or you like this character, you want all of the characteristics. So I like to know everything about that character and the characteristics, and I try to add it. Even if it's one little thing that's a symbol you may not understand, but the person who loves this character will. I love stuff like that. It's just like everything to me. Yes, they decided Sophia is her name. Thank you for working on a graph from scratch. I appreciate you more than you know. Yes, I went. Aw, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Actually, I started it. Let me see if I have it. I actually started it. Let me see. The, back in the day, I did a graph that was Yes, I started it. See? And wait a minute. Not only did I start it, I was waiting for the name Sophia because I'm gonna add that. But then I'm gonna add also the flowers at the top where the leaves are. I'm gonna add that. I already started. I told you I had it in my head. I had it in my brain on what I want. And it would be so pretty. Like, it you put like a border with like lace. Make it lace. And if you can, I would do maybe soft yarn. Well, like, what you call it? I have it right here. Big twist yarn, or I'm actually thinking of something like lighter, but I don't know if that's a good idea. But lacy borders will look beautiful. A lacy border would be so pretty, and it would be so like, maybe if on the corners you could make like lilac flowers, like add like an embellishment of lilac flowers. I don't know why that just came up to me, but I love stuff like this. I love it. I don't know why. I just love creating designs and images for blankets, pillows, scarves, whatever, tote bags. I just love it. So now, because the flowers that were on there were so small, and you couldn't get the design of it, that's why I took it off, and I'm going to do it on the side and then put it on there, and it's going to bring out the flowers now. And that's not the color, that's just the color I have for now, because sometimes I play around with the color to make sure everything else is good. But that's all I was waiting for, was the name Sophia. So now what I'm gonna do is, maybe I could do it now while I'm on here. Let me see something. I'm not gonna do the flowers because, again, the flowers is going to take me some time, because I might have to do them individually. Um, I might have to do the flowers individually and then add them each on there strategically. I don't know who else would do this, but that's just how I am. Um, but what I do want to do is the name real quick. I want to, because I was actually waiting for the name. I am going to do, a font that actually, hold up. I think I already have a font like that. Let me see something. Let me see something. I think I have a font already like what I'm picturing in my head. No, this is not what I pictured. It's okay, but that's not what I pictured. So no, I'm gonna have to probably go and play around with the font. I love the way you see this. I will definitely do the lace border, whatever you need to do it. Oh, thank you. I love that I have the trust because sometimes I think people think I'm crazy when I say, "Oh, I have an idea." And when I say it, they're like, what are you talking about?" But then when I do it, they're like, "Oh, I get it now." That's because sometimes I might not be explaining it the right way, but I love that you have trust. Um, but the S, because I have an S in my name, I want the S to be exaggerated. And I'm thinking if the S is exaggerated, it will stand out more. Or maybe have a flower on the S. I don't know. I'm thinking. I think I think I found it. I think I found it. Let me put solid background. All right, I'm gonna show you guys because it's not gonna show you what I just looked at. Let me see. 120. Let me see. Let me see if this looks okay. So we also have to take into consideration that this is also crochet, and not everything that we have in our brain is going to come out looking like we want it to look. So we also have to keep in mind that stitches, especially when you have a certain size, it's not going to always come out the way you want it to. So for this type of font, you have to be really careful with it because it has it's like calligraphy. So it's going to be some areas that are like really thin and some that's really thick. And with that, some of the thin lines may not come out the way you want it to come out. So you have to be really careful with this. And so when I do things like this, I try to make the thinner lines a little thicker so that it stands out when you actually crochet it. Because we got to remember, we're crocheting these things. So you have to make sure that it's not all about this graph looks good. It's about the colors, the size, the way you crochet, the way you the yarn you use. It's way more to it than just I like this image and I'm gonna crochet it. It's so much more to it. So much more. Sophia. So I don't know, Sandy, if you heard this story, but there was a blanket that I did like way back when I first started crocheting, and I was so proud of this blanket, and it was a Sophia blanket, and I was so proud of it, like super duper proud. And I showed the lady who granddaughter, I was giving it to her granddaughter, and it was a gift. It wasn't even paid for or nothing. And she kept saying how beautiful, and she said beautiful a certain way. Beautiful, beautiful. It's beautiful. What is it? And I'm like, what do you mean, what is it? She said, what do it say? And I'm like, that's your granddaughter's name, and the last name was her last name too. So I'm like, that's your last name. You don't see your last name? She was like, where? And I'm like, there. She goes, oh, yeah. She didn't see that. And when you look at it, you probably wouldn't either, because I use it as an example for all my classes, showing people why it's a great idea to be careful when you're graphing, to make sure that your letters, your images, everything looks good. Because when it don't and you crochet it, it's gonna look like that, and then people gonna be like, what it say? Like, oh, that's nice. What it say? Or what is it? And you have to show or tell what it is. And I feel in my heart, why should I have to tell you what it is? I shouldn't have to tell you what it is. I shouldn't have to show you what it is. I shouldn't have to do that. It should automatically, you know, represent that. But I don't think some understand that yet. And obviously I didn't. But she allowed me to see that. She allowed me to see that I needed a little bit more work. Not a lot, but a little bit more. And it was okay. I was okay with that. I was okay with learning more. I was okay with doing things different, so that now everybody know what my stuff is now. You don't have to say, what is that? When you look at any of my stuff, anything I make, you don't have to say what it is. Okay. And placement of all of these dots makes a difference. Each placement makes a difference. All of this makes a difference, because so I had changed this up because it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference when you crochet it. I can't even tell you how many blankets I've done. I've done a lot, a whole lot. I'm gonna say I've done maybe 200 blankets since 2011. And each time I did a blanket, I've learned something. Even now, this day, I learned something. Okay. Um, oh my goodness, I made it too large. Oh my goodness, I made it too large. Too busy talking and not paying attention. So I will have to change that. But I think I like this font. This is how did I'm confused about something. Oh, you know what? I think I made the elephant a little bigger than I normally would. Yeah, that's why. Because I usually do everything around the same height or same size. But I did this elephant a little bit larger so that I can get. That's right. I did it a little bit larger so I could get the details. Um, Question, Sandy, if you still on, what size did you want it? What size did you want? Because the size matters. I'm glad you used it as a learning experience instead of letting it upset you and stop you from moving ahead. Everything you do now is awesome. Oh, thanks. At that time, I was in a vulnerable state of mind too. So I never, at that time, it did get to me. It did get to me. Obviously, because I use it still in my, it comes up, it comes to mind to the point where when I see her, I think of that blanket. But I did use it as a learning. Actually, do I have it? I still have it. Y'all want to see it? I'll let you see it. Because I said I was going to be on here for an hour and stuff. I finished that Hello Kitty thing in less than the time that I thought I was going to finish it. But I'll show you the listen, I'll show it to you, but you have to keep in mind this was back in 20 what? 11, 12. This is back before I even had the PC Stitch software, way before I had PC Stitch software. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's very courageous of me to even do this way back then. Way back then, I was very courageous. Um, Let me see. I know if you took my class, you saw this because I show everybody. Every single time I do a class, I show everyone this because it's a true learning lesson. I can't find it, but I know I had it. Actually, I pulled it out not too long ago, actually. I pulled it out like the last class I had, I pulled it out. Yeah. When was the last class I had? What class was that? Mm, okay, here we go. 2013. It might have been 2012, to be honest, because this been a while. I've done this so long ago. And this lady still haunts me. And I remember doing it, and it still haunts me. But now that I'm thinking about it, I actually did way, way better. Heck yeah, girl. What? Here it is. It's pink, not yellow. That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't pull it up. It's pink. I found it. I found it. Okay, let me stop sharing so that you can see it. I'm gonna show it right now. My heart beating. Do y'all see that? Sophia Lynn Doherty. You can't see it, right? And that's because I still had things to learn. First of all, cursive. Second of all, the size. Third of all, I did not have unconnected lines. If you don't know what unconnected lines is, take my class. I don't have no unconnected line. Like, and last but not least, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, you could tell I carried. You could see it. I could see it. I carried it. So the lady, when she said, "It's beautiful. It's beautiful," what do it say? And I said, "You don't even know what your name is?" She said, "My name?" I said, "Yeah, your name." She said, "Where's my name at?" I was like, "Your last name." She goes, "Oh, I see it now. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. You don't want that to happen with a customer, with it, with even if you're gifting it to someone, you don't want someone to guess it. You don't. And so this taught me a valuable lesson. This blanket right here taught me a valuable lesson. I need to figure out how to graph and make sure that everything is clear and it's not blurry. I also need to make sure when I crochet, I'm not carrying because I see it. I carried. I carried the white and the pink. I carried it. I don't want to do that because I see it. I see the lines. It look like those lines that you have when you're tracing. It look like that. I promised myself to never do that, and I didn't. So if you see the progression of 2013, 2012, because this came up in 2012, 2012, 2013, 2014. Meanwhile, I just realized I learned how to crochet in 2011. So I was doing graphghans a year later. Mind blowing. I just realized that. But you can see the progression of my work. And that's what we all should do, progression, not stay where we're at. And because you have so many people saying it's nice, it's beautiful, you still want to progress. You still want to do better. You still want things to, stand out more. And so that's what I'm here for. So that's it. I'm gonna go now. I said I was only gonna be here for an hour, and I'm gonna show you. Sometimes I have increased my width and height and pattern properties to accommodate the font size I want. And yeah, and that's basically what I was saying. Sometimes even the small graphs, you have to do it that way. But throughout the years, I've learned how to keep the size that people want and just get rid of some detail, but not get rid of the style, the design, and still make it look good. I've learned how to do that throughout the years. I can't see the last name, but I make out the first and middle name. Girl, that's what she said. And this is her granddaughter's name, Sophia Lynn Doughty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I did it. I continue to watch your videos because you are still teaching me. Oh, Valley, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. So thank you all for coming on. Next week I'm gonna have my cousin. My cousin is Bimmy. She did the it starts with an L. She did the granny square jacket. Look. Oh, what is her name? Lizzo. She did the Lizzo jacket. My cousin Lauren, she's gonna be on my this time next week. She's gonna be on my podcast. And she's gonna talk about that, talk about us, our how we crochet, because she knows but don't know. She's the one who got me to crochet when she charged me $100 for her bag. That's when I said, "Are we gonna fix this? We're gonna learn." And then her aunt, which is my aunt, but more her aunt, taught me. And then my aunt sister, which is her grandmother, taught her. So we kind of learned how to crochet in the same family. So if you look at our stuff, we crochet kind of similar. It's just that she's learning how to do graphghans now, and she's learning how to do it. The size, as long as it's under a twin, you make it how you need it to make it look good. Thank you, and message me. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do it as a twin, and it's gonna look beautiful. Watch. All right, you guys have a good Sunday, and I will see you next week when we talk to my cousin Bimmy, Lauren, aka Bimmy, and her Lizzo jacket. Have a good night. Bye.